Hey guys, it's Ginger Pistachio here, and today, instead of doing my usual maybe let's play, I'm going to start doing something different. And this new series is going to be called The First Three. What it's going to do is I'm going to pick a certain franchise, I'm going to pick 3 games, I'm going to pick the first 3 levels of that game, okay? And I have a couple notes here to help me have this video have some direction. Alright, and I want to start this series off with a bang, and I want to start off with the first 3 Sonic games and the first 3 levels. Let's get started. So I want to pick Sonic 1 for my first game, and let's start off with the first level. Now, in my case, this is one of my favorite first levels in all of, my phone shut off. In all of gaming history. I really do. I think it's great. Has great sense of speed, and it'll punish you. If you make a mistake, it will punish you for that mistake. But it doesn't let you not have the opportunity to come back and maybe fix your mistake. It's not like a punish, like, oh, you lose all your rings. No, it's like, you lose your speed. You lose the quickest route. You lose all these other not statistical, so be it, items. You actually lose, like, things that you want. You want speed, don't you? I mean, that's how a Sonic game is. And, yeah, I mean, great first level. It's, if not one of my favorite levels ever in Sonic. And now let's get on to the second level. And this is the reason I don't like the first game. It is this is how the game hasn't aged well at all. From the second level on, I think it resorts to unfair gameplay, just not good level design. So let's start off with the second level. I mean, like I said, it doesn't offer speed. It's super maze-like, unfair. Do you know how many hidden spikes are there that just are there just to limit you, like give you unnecessary challenge? I mean, there are block puzzles. There are block puzzles, slow block puzzles in a Sonic game. Like, who at Sega thought this was a good idea? And it doesn't branch off like the first level where there are multiple ways you can go. It's one way, which, I mean, obviously you can't have the same kind of level every level, or else your game would get repetitive. Except the way this does it, it's not fun. No one likes all that lava and those blocks and those stupid worm enemies. I mean, it's just repetitive, it's dumb, and all I was thinking during the level is, when it would end. And let's get on to the third level. And, oh, I forgot to mention, the first level is Green Hill Zone, the second level is Marble Zone or something. And now the third level is, where am I? Oh, here I am. Sorry. Notes. Anyway, and the third level, I can't really remember much about it because I usually give up at the second level. I'm not gonna go out of my way to finish that. Anyway, the third level, like, as I remember, it's Spring Yard Zone, and I know that, but I remember it was just, I've seen a lot of issues that the second one had. It, like, purposely, unfairly punished you, like, it took away your speed. And not because you made a mistake, just because, oh, there's a spike, oh, hope you didn't hit that one. Because, you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart for those hidden spikes you can't see ahead of you. Anyway, I think it had alternating paths, I can't remember. It was a lot more open than the second one, which was good. But it just didn't deliver speed like the first one. And that's what makes Sonic game a Sonic game. Going fast. Holy crap. But, oh my god. Anyway, it was boring. I hate those springs, those little bumpers. You just bounce all over the place for no reason. It doesn't offer any direction. Anyway, so I wasn't a huge fan of the third level, but it is what it is. It wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't really that fun. Overall, what I think of the game, from those 3 levels, what I saw was good potential, but just didn't age well. Like a lot of old video game habits that are outdated and unfair stuck with this game. Like, you could say like, oh, lack of saving, that's a big one. But Super Mario didn't have saving, but it still did pretty well. Anyway, the first level shows a lot of potential of what the game should be. And I find that really surprising because the first level of Sonic in general. And I think it's probably one of the best ones anyway. But, so the first one shows potential, but the later ones just show unfairness and just making the game longer. That's just the Alpha challenge to make the game longer. But I think it's a good start. It's a really good start for especially just the first game. I think it did pretty much what it was expected to do and more. I mean, really the only reason this game was made to rival Mario. And it did pretty well, so. Now let's get on to the second game, Sonic 2. Now this was the game that introduced the Spin Dash and Tails. Now personally when I only play as Sonic because I feel bad for Tails every time he lands on spikes, and I don't want to see that happen to him, man. I mean, Tails is Tails. I mean, he should have his own game. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, second game. For the first level, which was, I don't know, it was something green. It has that same theme. But it was another great first level. Like, I'm surprised at how the string keeps going, but great first level. Like, slowing down to explore will give you more rewards, obviously. It'll give you extra lives, I'm sure maybe you get a speed boost of some sort. But it's not necessary. Like, it doesn't force you to slow down. It's just a optional route, like what Sonic CD did, which that's another topic for another day. But I mean, to be honest, I kind of like the first one anyway. But it's still a great level, and by today means I'm sure Sega that would be an improvement from what they have been releasing. Now, unlike the first game, the second level in Sonic 2 is actually still a pretty solid level. I mean, it's up there with one of the best Sonic levels of all time. I mean, let's be honest here. The only reason it's really blemished is because that one part where like the chemicals start rising up and you have to jump on these small platforms. And while that's frustrating, that it's unfair to say that made the whole level bad, because previous to that, it had a really good balance of exploration, speed, and the way it was formed was like, it wasn't as linear as maybe the first one. It was a little more maze-like, but there was always progressing. I mean, sometimes maybe you went backwards, but inevitably you end up forward, which is really good. And I think that's what Sega should do more of, is just making free-forming levels that give the player options, but in the end it really just depends on what kind of experience you have. So I really like that part of the level. And this is where the game starts to fall off the tracks. The third level, I think it's one of those Greek levels, but it integrates the water, and it's so bad. The water is slow. It purposely tries to slow you down with unavoidable traps and stuff, and it's unfair. Like, you have stuff that just pops out of nowhere. Hidden spikes are back, and I guess hidden spikes, maybe if you know the spikes are already there, maybe they retract and they go back up, that's fair. But if you had something like, oh look, there's a spring, I'm going to jump on it, oh spikes get you, oh well, wish you could read the future. But anyway, I didn't get past Act 1, and it was really a disappointment to two very great, solid levels. Overall, this game is a great improvement to what Sonic 1 was. I mean, Sonic 1, while it had its moments, really fell off the tracks after the second level. But I mean, this one, well, it inevitably had to have a bad level somewhere in there. But it was great. I mean, the level design was overall better. There was a lot more speed involved. It really knew what the fans wanted from the first game, and I think that's a really great response. But at this point, there's only been 2 games. I don't think either of them has really been the standout title to make Sonic ahead of Mario.
And now let's get on to the third game, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Knuckles, and Knuckles, and Knuckles. And add Sonic 3 now with technology evolving really started to get more detailed, and the environment started becoming more complex, which is fine. I mean, I can see why people like it, but it didn't stick with me. I like the charm of the first two games. It was simplistic, but had enough detail to make it not just look bland, make it stand out, which I really liked. But then the third game, it wasn't very, fulfilling. It had the same charm. Tried to go for realism over just what I already established in his first two games. But anywho, so let's get on to the first level. To be honest, not my favorite. That felt a little too short, a little too forced in its delivery. I didn't feel it was like complex enough. I play Sonic a lot, especially on my DS. That's the Master Collection is what I have. But I'm getting used to seeing like some of the same locales. Like, as in, it seems just a lot more linear. And while it's still a great level, it's just, I'm not sure why it kind of like killed the vibe the first two games had as in first level. And I don't know. I mean, not my super favorite, but I can see why people like it. And yeah. Also, the other thing with Sonic 3 is they introduced save states. So if you died, like, and you lost all your lives, sure, you'd have to start the whole level over, not just to act, but whatever. I mean, it's better than starting the whole game over. Anywho, the second level, my thoughts on it, so-so. It's like Hydro City Zone or something. And while I thought it did a good job integrating the water and having a good balance, it's just, I don't like water. I don't like water in Sonic games, and I'm pretty sure anyone else who's a Sonic fan doesn't like water either. It just slows you down. It's unnecessary. And but when you're on land, which is kind of like the undirected objective is to get out of the water by getting to high enough elevations, which I kind of find ironic, but like it's kind of contradicting to the level itself. Why are you making a level that it rewards you for not playing the water, which is based on, I don't know. And then there's Act 2, which I hate it so much, because after you defeat the boss, which I kind of like the boss, it's whatever, but after you defeat the boss, like there a wall from the left is like trying to crush you, and you have to get onto this, and you have to like do spin dashes on these ramps to get out, and it's terrible because the thing with the ramps is you have to be completely flat surface. So it's like, let's say that you're like a pixel on the ramp, you have to, it won't work. You'll jump, and you'll jump backwards, which could potentially make you fall into the pit that you're trying to, like get crushed by the wall you're trying to avoid, or just overall just what am I looking for? Hinders your experience, and it's terrible. I really don't like it, and yeah, so. Now, like I said, I didn't like the second level. I didn't get past Act 2. But from my recollection of earlier playthroughs, third level it was Greek again. I'm not sure what the deal with Greek is, but as I remember, it had some good segments of speed, but it was just a little too maze-like. And they're just felt, it was a good level. It was really big, but I think that kind of, I don't know, it just took away from the experience. There are a lot of, as I remember, there was that one, like that blue dial thing you spun on. And you'd like be able to fly through the air by running on it, which I mean is cool. Like you think something like that would be terrible, but it was actually really cool. But you didn't go fast. I mean, I don't know. It did okay, but just a little too maze-like. So yeah, this has been my first episode of the first three. And what I did is I reviewed Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3. And overall, really great start to what would inevitably become a not a very inconsistent franchise. But these first 3 games, while they weren't standout like Sonic and Knuckles, which is another series for another day, it's still really good, really good. And with these 3 games, these really did compete with Mario, which, since they had this competitions, they both had to make like games to challenge each other, and that's where you have really the golden era of gaming. You have so many good games coming out because everyone's trying to compete, trying to get the throne that Mario had, and it's really good, and I wish the Sega continued this theme of just perfection and really not cutting corners, but that's what it has become. So hopefully Sonic Mania and Project 2017 won't be trash, but who knows.